Make friends with you.
You know,
No.
that's funny because when you said that, Shay, and Rez will recognize and appreciate it, it immediately made me think back to the Warhammer 40K game, the RTS one, for the cutscene where it's the Blood Ravens versus the Eldar, and it's just that scene where the Banshees are fighting, and then all of a sudden the side of a wall gets smashed in, and a dreadnought grabs one, and it just goes, "I have come to destroy you," and then it flamethrowers her face while holding it, and it's so cool.
Oh, the trailer to the original Dawn of War 2.
Yeah, it's also like the opening cutscene, but it's just like it just grabs her, and it's like I have come to destroy you, and it's like, huh.
Oh, I see you have.
It's like
I guess I'll die now.
Yeah, it's like it just flamethrowers her in the face while holding her face, and it's like, I guess I'll die.
Man, Dawn of War was a piece. Dawn of War 3 was a piece of shit.
It really was. Like, yeah. I might go back and suffer through it at some point, but I think we streamed it, and it was like, this is just...
No, we streamed 2.
No. When 3 came out, we streamed it, and it was like, this is just not fun. And like, I did one night of it, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. It's not good. It's not fun. I don't enjoy anything about this.
It sounds garbage.
It was garbage. They just didn't innovate anything. It was terrible.
In fact, they didn't innovate. They went backwards.
Yep.
They took everything that was so much fun in 2, and they just threw it all out. It's like, okay, it's just a regular RTS now. Build your units, throw them at a guy. It's like, no, I had fun in 2.
As someone who played a lot of both the first games and Dawn of War 2 and its expansions, it was just disappointed the shit out of me as the first gameplay stuff. I was just like, oh no. Mm-hmm. Oh no. And I was right.
it departed far enough from 2 that it wasn't good, and it didn't go back far enough to Soulstorm or even just the base first game to make it good. And it was just like, no, none of this.
Soulstorm wasn't great.
Well, Soulstorm was the epitome of that first one, because that's where you had everything and what you could do with them for that first game.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the person who played a lot of one Winter Assault, which is expansion, Dark Crusade, and Soulstorm, and but that one's a preference thing rather than the Dawn of War 1 as a franchise, because Dawn of War 1 as a like game series was
yeah. Because they like added, tweaked, and modified different things. Like, don't get me wrong, Soulstorm is not a perfect game, but
no,
it fixed some issues, and I think like people are like, they're flip-floppy between Dark Crusade and Soulstorm, right? As the two.
It's because that's because the original game and Winter Assault are like a little bit they have their own different balance things from Dark Crusade and Soulstorm, because in the first ones, in Dark Crusade and Soulstorm, you had a limit on how many elite units you could have, but the original games you didn't, which if you were like me and played Winter Assault and you played the Imperial Guard, you would just replace all of your guardsmen with Khazarkan and throw Layman Russes at them until you win. In Dark Crusade and Soulstorm, you couldn't do that. You could only have one squad of Khazarkan, one squad of Ogryns, I think like 3 Layman Russes, which was dumb, but whatever. Because obviously you just gotta kill them all with main battle tanks, but hey, it's fine.
Unit caps has always been something I don't like, and that's a problem I have with Total War Warhammer 2 as well. It was like, no, the units should just be really expensive as fuck and hard to make. Not, you can only have 2 of them and never see any more again until they die.
That's been a thing in a lot of Total War games, because I went and played, for whatever reason, booted up Shogun 2 again for the first time in forever, and Shogun 2 has that. Where they're usually like faction specific, or like there's some sort of like locked units that you can only have a few of. Like if you're playing as like the Christian daimyos, you can only have like a certain number of like Portuguese tercios that you can recruit and stuff like that. But like a lot of the time it's not. A lot of time it's just like, yeah, they're real expensive and like they're basically a hero unit.
I'm also really sad how quickly I got over Three Kingdoms.
Oh,
It becomes very samey after a while.
I think that's the Total War games in general. Like I played like back when I played like Empire and Napoleon, it was like that too, where it's like actually all of this is very similar.
It's the beginning of each game is fun because that's when it's challenging because you're still like, oh my god, I gotta get my feet under me. Like in Total War Warhammer 2, I was doing the dwarf campaign where you had to retake 8 peaks.
Oh yeah.
And his whole challenge is like he's got like his units cost so much more, so you gotta like use the low tier units so that you're not spending a ton of money and you just gotta like level them up a bunch. But when I got to 8 peaks, fucking what's it? No, I didn't roll over it. I didn't have to roll over it because one of the fucking Skaven sent a plague in there because they were trying to take it. So it like wiped all the goblins out. So I'm just sitting out there with like this dwarven army that I like spent so much time getting like strong and leveled up. They're all like gold stars, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go in there, and they're all half dead. And most of their units are dead, and all of their elite units are dead, and this was a complete total waste of time. And then you take 8 peaks, and you like that's when this guy like not only does he not have to pay like extra upkeep on his dwarves, but like 8 peaks is such a hugely powerful stronghold. You can like churn out army after army, and I'm sitting there like this isn't even a challenge anymore. This is just boring.
But the interesting thing for the Total Warhammer games, having only really watched them and not played them, is some of the like you have situations like that, and then you have some factions that are just like because there's like factions like the Empire, which is just like easily balanced because it's the most like a normal Total War Warhammer army, and then there's like playing Bretonia, which is just which from all accounts I've heard is just torture.
It is, and it's like I want to like you, but I hate your peasant mechanic system. I
hate the peasant mechanics. I am not good with horsemen in Total War games. That is
Bretonians are my jam because I love cavalry units.
I am terrible. I can't do them. I'm terrible at doing the charges, so I have to rely on the peasant troops. And at that point, I'm like, why am I even playing these guys? I should just play someone else. But
join me back in Empire and Napoleon Total War, where all of the focus is on infantry.
I know, right? That's why I really like medieval too, because it's like, yeah, you get a lot of horsemen, but the infantry aren't anything to sneeze at. They're still good.
They're still good.
You can get some cannons.
I think Rez, your problem is that you weren't playing Chaos.
Oh man, boy howdy, do I love playing Chaos.
Look at my
it's
army
just
of
like
Chaos Warriors.
You look at my army of these guys have halberds. Really, what's the difference between those and axes? Shut up. just shut up. You're gonna die.
Halberds are better.
Halberds are better. Great axes are still good.
Halberds
Normal Chaos guys are good too.
Yeah. Well, I pulled a really fun Chaos mod that makes Chaos not terrible and lets you have actual like Chaos Demon units and stuff in your game. The downside is it also adds like a random chance of you opening portals to the warp and other warbands showing up. And it got to a point where I was doing so well that several portals had opened and several other warbands had shown up, full stack warbands that would just outpace my units and get ahead and destroy all the settlements before I could get to them, because the Chaos ones in Total War 2, are a horde mechanic, so you don't settle down and build up or anything. So it's like, if you're not looting and raising towns, you're not, getting anywhere. So it's like, slow down, other armies, we can't keep up. And it's like, and dedicating to Nurgle, doesn't help either, because then your world movement speed slows down too, and it's like, we're so fat, we can't keep up, stop.
Subject of not being able to keep up. Don't we have a cat to fight?
We do.
Oh yeah.
Look at that transition, everybody.
Wait, what cat?
I don't know how you called the cat fat, but
Oh no, I said can't keep up with it because we couldn't keep up with Cat. It was
Couldn't
mentioned
keep
in
up
one
with Cat.
episode, and now it's appearing again.
and now it's back.
Now it's back. It's one of those things where if fans of the show, in
I've
the
been
animation,
watching closely.
in the TV show version of the show, you go back to like episode like 3 or whatever. There's like and from like episode 3 on, there's like in one shot in every episode. There's a cat.
Yeah,
No, like
the cat.
snail.
Yeah.
The cat's been in the entire show for all 9 episodes. You guys just weren't watching closely enough. The secrets were all there. Like,
I mean,
did I mention that Shinobu Gunner has been a cat the whole time?
What?
Biggest plot twist.
Biggest plot twist.
I mean, to be
That's
fair,
why he's
I
such
was
a jerk.
petting the cat in the first episode
Yeah.
or second episode.
That's
See,
true.
the cat's been here the whole time. I didn't just pull this out of my ass to make it
Have you-
dramatic.
Have you ever seen Steel Gunner and the cat in the same room? Yeah, we are stuck now. Well, shut up.
Main General has army of expertly selected horrible stompy boys. Secondary General, only marauders. Blood for the blood god. Yep,
Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god.
so true. I mean, like
That's
I
what
said,
the
like I said, I'm a big fat Papa Nurgle fan, so I don't blood for the blood god. But
Wait, wasn't Rin's character in our one-shot Blood for the Blood God?
yes, but that was a Magic the Gathering setting, so it was more of like blood circus.
Oh
Blood,
yeah,
blood,
that character.
blood.
I remember. Oh, this must be a different one shot.
Yeah, this was a one
No,
shot.
outro.
Yeah, it was Outro's one shot for.
Yeah, I was there. I thought
yeah.
I thought you were talking about a different one. That's why I was confused.
No, this was my shotgun dwarf.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I had
3
my
dwarves and a kobold.
Yeah, 3 doors and a kobold. It was great.
All that.
But
Why
the
did you-
true winner
Oh,
was
no,
me.
It was.
I was the winner.
You helped me defeat the evil that was Rin.
NPC res.
Yep.
PC.
Oh
PC
god, that was
res,
fun.
kindly get fucked. Right. So,
Sorcerer became a blue dragon.
Anyway.
anyways,
Anyway.
12 minutes, not bad. Still doing better than outro on getting started in a timely manner. Hello, welcome.
Wow.
I'm in the group. I can do that.
You're right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the amazingly planned and totally not going to be pulled out of my butt climactic finale of Mass. Definitely not called Mass Evil anymore. The show is, of course.
Hold on, I got it.
This show is, of course, called We Can Be Heroes, and for the most part, they certainly can. Wow. Okay. For the most part, most of you are heroes. One of you's kind of walking the line, and I think there was a point where you guys almost were anti-heroes, and then you went back, and we all can just get behind our idea of not liking La Espada, which is what's important. Last week, we did a lot of stuff. You all had finally gathered up and made a plan to go see the mayor, during which you had a run-in with Aegis. Agent Johansson had a heart-to-heart chat with all of you guys. You worked out more or less an agreement that you were not hoods and you could go back to being capes, and that they had a group called Truncheon, which was an evil doppelganger syndicate that had infiltrated Aegis, and they were being dealt with, but that could be a story for another day. That could be a one-shot, guys. That could be a story for another day, and basically you guys got the pass to go on to go see the mayor, and you also, along the way, stopped to see Asriel's mother, who is apparently a paladin, and you met Jesus. Arena still refuses God even while looking him directly in the eyes. No, she's just Zoroastrian or something. Did we establish it was Zoro, or do we just leave it where it was like, it's probably something.
You were just like, oh yeah, Zoroastrian. I'm like, yeah, I don't know enough about Zoroastrianism to confirm, but yes.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, so is Zarathustra around? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah. And she's like, hey, cool, you're like Jesus or something. That's fine. I don't believe in you, but you're right here, so I can't disprove I can't refute that. That's the word. I just personally choose not to believe that you.
It's the Skyfather thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's fine. It's like, hey, that's cool. You exist, but does that mean that all the other religions exist? And then Ganesh just like, no, it's fine, man. We're all here.
Are we just invalidating all of these religions?
Moving on.
moving swiftly along.
I mean, Marvel does a good job about it. They're like, no, it doesn't invalidate.
They do.
They're like, it doesn't. Even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're like, no, it doesn't invalidate anything. It's like these are still superly powerful beings, and just magic becomes advanced, or advanced technology just becomes magic to people who don't know any better. So it's just, there you go. All right, you all headed off to go see the mayor, while at the same time, at German island of name I still won't be able to pronounce, and I know Shay already has it, the Heart of Doom.
Let me get it, because I can speak German, so I can actually get it right.
Oh,
Herz des Schicksals. There we go.
And that's what you get, kids, when you play Phoenix Wright.
Yep. You play
You learn how to speak German.
Hail.
There's so many German words in that game.
Hail Truncheon. It's true.
Hail Truncheon.
Oh man, now I gotta make it a totally like Hydra sounding name now, don't I?
No, it's already Truncheon.
Yeah, it's Truncheon. Okay.
I mean, there could be the thing is there can be Truncheon, and then there can also be a Hydra equivalent. But we'll get to that.
That's true. I mean, it might as well just be evil. And guys, let's be real. Hail Evil sounds so metal.
A little bit, yeah.
Hail Evil.
Metal band name.
And they and instead of doing like the little like Hydra hand up, they just do the double hand in the air like in the comics that they didn't want to do in the MCU because they were afraid.
Ah, right.
Because instead of it just being one Nazi thing, it's two of them. They just
Right. Here's the question though: if it's Hail Evil, do they use Evil Hail?
Evil Hail.
I'm gonna get a drink of water because I think I have to walk away from that joke.
Because well, no, it would make sense because it would be Evil Hail. And
oh goddamn it! Oh no! There has not been established that there is a weather master villain yet, so that's why I was asking. Yeah, I was asking about that sort of hail, not.
Yeah, I got you. But evil hail. Hey,
I mean,
if there was, oh, go ahead, Shay.
It's gonna be Dawnbringer once he gets a hold of the sun.
Right. There we go. See?
AKA Lucifer. AKA Theophilus.
Oh, right. Yeah, somebody that Amy punched in the face.
Yeah.
That is the exact translation.
And not only that, but back to the weather villain question. You would have the choice between it would be a sibling duo where one is a villain and one is good, and the comic itself would be called Hail or High Water. And basically, one has just Aquamancy, and one has weather manipulation.
I feel like you thought about this before.
I didn't. I didn't. This came up right in the Hail talk, and I was like, no, it's Hail or High Water. It's
you have the best hero villain duo right there.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is.
I'm gonna use that for my next masks.
Oh, I know, right? It's gonna be so good. I love it. You missed it. So we came up with the best hero villain duo based on the weather powers. So basically, one is a weather manipulator, and one does hydromancy. And the comic series would be called Hail or High Water.
Seriously, fuck all of you.
It's such a good pun.
It is. It's so good.
I hate puns.
I was just waiting for Rez to say I have to go refill my bottle.
Yeah, I have to leave again. Oh,
You know what? Amy breaks her arm again, and she's just sitting this one out.
Okay. Well, the world is screwed then. That's
Good.
Nah.
Well, I'm back on the evil side again.
Yeah,
I guess we need to. I guess you better call. Yeah.
Look, that duo's not even in this world, so you don't have to worry about them.
Yet.
all right.
This is the finale.
This is the finale, guys.
We introduced a whole new season
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, so at getting back into the recap, from the other side of the world in the Mediterranean, our briefly evil-aligned character, Azriel, who even had a new costume and a new villain name that they didn't get to reveal because the power of hugs converted them back so quickly, had left with their evil cohort girlfriend, La Espada, to the mayor's office to kill her father and assume the mantle of mayor for life of Halcyon City.
That title is hereditary.
apparently.
Apparently.
Well, no. It was a dictatorship. It's going to become hereditary. That's the idea.
Oh, all right, I got you. I just asked for things to make sense. That's all.
The group,
I mean, if you think it'll be cooler, I'll take it back.
No.
The group
Nope.
arrived. The group arrived more or less at the same time, getting into a quick showdown between each other, where most of the group spent their time beating the piss out of La Espada and not hurting their friend, who had turned evil and killed tons of people. But La Espada, fuck that bitch. She had to go
Fuck
down.
La Espada.
During this confrontation, Liam was able to get a hold of La Espada's sword. Having a full set of hearts, he shot a laser beam at her, into her father, incapacitating her from the fight. Hummingbird was able to break the evil hold, break the evil hold on Azriel with the power of hugs, and she turned back to the side of good, and then Crimson Nova intervened by sending the cat. And the scene ended last week with the cat meowing and everything going dark. And I'm going to turn this music down because it's slightly louder than I want it to be.
There's music playing.
I'm playing it myself because the bots are down. I like having background music, even if people turn it down themselves. So, I think the scene starts with the cameras breaking through some heavy clouds and drift down over a tropical Mediterranean island paradise, complete with a giant volcano in the center of it. There are a couple of buildings built into the side of this volcano, and the camera descends and goes through one of these plexi, omni glass, whatever, super villain, hero-proof glass fixtures to get a look at a massive meeting chamber. There are several large red and black banners of an exploding sun and a large table, kind of like a half semicircle table where a number of masked hoods are seated and gathered, and a single higher rise chair where the villain we know as Crimson Nova is seated. Before the semicircle table, where people like Flambe and Hexenmeister and Gearmaster? Grandfather. Gearmaster?
Shit.
Gearmaster.
The
Technomancer. Technologist, thank you.
Technologist.
The Technologist, and various other villains that we had mentioned over the course of this series that I should have written down, but I didn't, have all gathered to celebrate their triumphant victory over a group of teenagers. But the four of you and La Espada are currently plopped, incapacitated, quotation fingers, onto the ground in front of this semicircle, with the presence of this cat-like entity floating above you all. And with its eerily green eyes, it looks to Crimson Nova and just goes, "Meow." And Crimson Nova says, "Wunderbar, you have brought them right to us. Now we shall deal with these capes and prevent the new generation from taking over and keeping Halcyon City safe. Victory, my friends!" And all of the other assembled evil members say, "Hail evil!" And they double fist into the air.
Are we gagged?
No.
Good.
Yeah,
Am
that's
I-
really lame.
Am I in my mech suit?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Poor.
Are we
Arena.
conscious?
I said you were incapacitated, quotation fingers.
Okay.
Yeah. We are plot unconscious.
Yeah, you are plot disabled, but you are hearing everything, and you will probably have a chance to do something after a while. But yes, you're listening to her give her premature victory speech, and so she's just like, "Yes, we shall march on Halcyon City and claim it for ourselves." And she gets down from her throne and starts to slow, maniacal stomp towards the lot of you in the cat, and she reaches out and basically like scritches the cat under its chin, and you hear like an unearthly purr that vibrates through your skeleton bones, and it just feels unnatural when you hear it purr. And even the camera kind of settles on the rest of the assembled evil villains, and they all look a little uneasy about the noise the cat is making, but Crimson Nova doesn't seem to flinch at it at all. And then she kind of steps over to La Espada and kicks her over from her prone position to like roll her onto her back, and then places a boot against her chest, and she says, "But I have no room for failures." And La Espada kind of gasps, and she says, "Please, give me another chance." And Crimson Nova kneels down, and she says, 9. No second chances." And she holds out her right hand and presses her thumb and index finger together, and then she pulls them apart, and you see what looks like a tiny little sun appear between her fingers, like kind of like just a jawbreaker size. And she plops it into La Espada's mouth, and then she
Am I able to react at all?
clamps her hand over the girl's mouth, and she says, "Rest, sweet child." And yeah, I can give you a chance to respond. But she's already plopped the thing into her mouth.
I would like to. I would like to
Summon
call
the
upon
ghost
power-
dogs.
Summon the
The
ghost,
ghost
dog.
dogs. Yeah, that would solve
The
everything.
ghost dogs chase away the cat, and it's over. You win.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I would like to draw upon the power of my sanctuary, which allows you to give me 4 conditions. That I
do you
have to
4
fulfill.
conditions that you can take? Oh, you
No,
can.
you get to say I have like this, and this has to happen, or I have
yeah.
to do, or something, and
Usually
then,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and before I can do,
Before you can do it?
before I can, so that if I want to use the power of my sanctuary, I have to meet the needs that you place before me.
So it's
Or-
kind of like a
The
prerequisite.
the move says when you call upon the resources of your sanctuary to solve a problem, say what you want to do. The GM will give you 1 to 4 conditions you must fulfill to complete your solution, and there are 6 different things. There's like, first you must fill in the blank. You'll need help from fill in the blank. You and your team will risk danger from fill in the blank. The best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited. You'll need to mark one box in your Doom track. You'll have to obtain fill in the blank. It's usually for like things done like as a downtime thing, but like
So stuff we should have established before the finale.
Oh, that I didn't know.
But what are the features of your sanctuary? Because maybe they can come in helpful here when your mom appears on the scene somehow.
Well, it's healing. Where is it? I have it somewhere. It's healing. It's healing, meditation, something else. I'll have to look it up. Actually, I have the book open.
So what is your intent of bringing out the sanctuary to stop this obvious execution move, if it's for healing, meditation, and something else?
Can I teleport her to safety? Actually,
I think the issue is the thing's already in her mouth, so the problem solving would have to be getting that out of her mouth. Giggity giggity.
I mean, I have the there when you need it thing. I don't know if that
just lets you show up on the scene if you're not part of the scene, but you are here on the scene.
Then can I mark my Doom track for a power?
What power?
Portal.
Do you have portal?
No. Which is why I was gonna mark my Doom track. If not, just say so.
You can mark 2 Doom track for portal.
Do you have the infinite powers thing for Doom signs?
No.
Oh. Well.
It's kind of why I'm offering her 2. Because she'll fill her Doom track and take on another sign.
What do you mean infinite powers?
That's one of the Doom
infinite?
signs.
Well, yeah, so is portal. But you had an idea for infinite.
Oh, you have. Okay. Yeah. Well, because infinite powers is you mark your Doom track to use an ability from any playbook one time. So you like just go to one of the other playbooks and be like, I'm using this.
Oh. I mean, I can do that and then just use the Nova Shield the thing. If
I think the issue is that you can't shield something that's inside.
Ain't that the truth?
Plan.
I also assume you just like use your powers to try blocking it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a good enough reason why your powers would be able to prevent it from happening, I'll allow it. I just genuinely wanted to know how the sanctuary was going to keep her from having a supernova go off inside of her skull.
Well, I didn't realize that it was a downtime thing. So, so I dropped that after it was explained.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like always a downtime thing, but that's usually what the sanctuary stuff is used for.
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Hello?
I mean, hello?
Hello?
I heard somebody ping in.
Yeah, same.
But I can just use the psychic constructs to call the chains and stop her from putting it in her mouth if I can, and maybe pull Espada away to safety. No.
Sounds good to me, but
So you want to snatch her away before the thing gets put in her mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to do a couple more for them here, so.
do it. Wanna
Yeah,
see it
go
happen.
ahead and unleash your powers, and I believe you can put a penalty on there too. Can you? When you roll it? Put a -1 on there, because you just got beat by a cat and you are technically in the cinematic groggy, so you're not at your full capability.
Beaten by a cat. As a condition.
I'm assuming I don't have my charges from last time.
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, it's still a hit.
Ooh. Ooh. Does someone want to assist? Because we still got team.
Yeah, I will assist with pulling Lost Battle out using my powers.
I was gonna say, I think Liam's the only one that would make any sense for, because I can't, like, unless you want me to physically reach out and try to pull. And let's face it, that ain't happening.
We could assist in other ways, but
Oh no, I kicked her towards the supernova. What?
Alrighty. So, spend a team, knocked it up to 10. Uh-oh.
we did it.
Capital One data breach. That's not good. I have Capital One. Sorry. Continuing. With a 10, that's a full hit. Nothing bad happens. So, instead of the thing being put in her mouth, the camera rewinds to a split second beforehand, where Azriel had whipped out her shadowy chains to wrap around La Espada's legs and snatch her from between Crimson Nova's grip, pulling her completely from underneath her pressed pinning leg and whipping her over to her girlfriend's loving arms. And as Crimson Nova brings down the yet detonated miniature star, she growls and says, "Nine! Get them!" And then we start up combat as all of evil rise up against you.
So entering battle as a team.
Yes,
It sounds like.
this is what's happening. We are doing this. You stopped her from monologuing. So,
I'm,
start of the session, you guys get a team added to the pool, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that one back for you. Blop.
thanks.
Don't thank me yet. People gon' die.
We're just groggy, not bound.
Nope. You are not bound. You are just groggy. Because, of course, in every superhero movie, the villain never just outright kills the heroes when they are beaten. They leave them perfectly vulnerable so that they can gloat and feel great about how superior they are.
It's not a victory if there's no one to
Exactly.
lord it over.
There's no one to watch their triumph. Where's my... Should just be on the... there we go. When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. So we're going to double this. Kick that up a notch. Bam! If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team.
Who would the leader be?
Yeah, who's the leader in this?
I'm pretty sure it's still you, boss.
All right. Well, I only have influence over Amy, so good times.
What?
Good
You don't have
times.
influence over me?
You're the only person I have influence over.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like,
Influence
that
for me?
seems backwards.
Say
Why
that
am I
again?
not able to remove this black one? There we go.
Did you give me influence over you, Liam?
At the start of the game. I don't remember how
Oh, okay.
you lost it.
You took it away from me at the end of one of the games.
Oh, right.
When you were having your existential crisis and didn't listen to any.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't have influence over everyone. So, do we all have the same purpose in this fight?
Stop evil.
Yeah, that was I was about to say that was gonna be mine too. Like, stop evil.
I want to beat up all of evil except my grandpa.
Including
I say
your
that
grandpa.
part. I said that part really quietly.
Someone else will beat up your grandpa for you.
I would appreciate that.
Azrael, what do you want to do here?
I want to stop evil.
Cool. Sounds like we want to stop you.
Everyone wants to stop evil. Great. And so that means any team member mistrusts the leader or the team. Does anybody mistrust anyone on the team?
No?
Hummingbird does. She hates everyone. Y'all a bunch of bastards.
No, right now, Hummingbird is like, well, we all got to pull together, or this isn't going to end well for us. So I mistrust nobody.
La Espada.
She's not
No,
part of
she's
this
not.
team.
She's not part of the team.
Just want to make
and
it known.
if your team is ill-prepared or off-balance,
Yeah,
I
we are
take
ill-prepared.
it away.
Boy, howdy, are
boy
we?
howdy. So,
Another thing, one more thing though.
mhm.
I have the move Captain. When you enter battle as a team, add an extra team to the pool and carry +1 forward if you're the leader.
Boom. Go ahead and put that back for you. So, this is the scene kind of looks like where she's like, get them! And you see like all of them get up from their seats and they jump into action and they land and strike their battle poses. You see Crimson Nova on one side directly across from Parisa, and like they all just kind of like land directly across from you guys, kind of like that cool X-Men charging at each other thing between the Brotherhood and the X-Men. Yeah, but you got one of those where you see Flambe is lined up against we'll say Hummingbird because she doesn't want to fight her grandpa.
In fact, there's a moment where Hummingbird and the technologist are lined up against each other, and they both go to like the person next to them, like, you want to switch?
It's like no, we're not doing this, and you just scoot. Yeah, Flambe is lined up against Hummingbird. The technologist is next to Liam, and Hexenmiser is squaring off with Azrael. And La Espada is still just kind of dumbfounded on the ground. And the cat, meanwhile, still just hovers over you all.
Yes, dance, my puppets.
Pretty much. And so, yeah. So, we will go ahead and start off with the captain.
All right. So obviously Steel Gunner has told me about evil at some point.
Yes.
Or he's mentioned it, probably offhandedly. I've been reading the files, so this is my first time actually encountering evil, though.
Yes.
So can I see what I know?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's see what evil is about. So I roll plus superior. Let's do it. 9. Okay. On a hit, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. Alright, what do I know about evil? What did Steel Gunner tell me about evil that's important?
So, he would have told you that evil itself is just not a generic, but like for your sake, answering you, evil is basically just a generic Legion of Doom type of organization. They all have their own goals, and they kind of reached a unanimous decision that the best way to beat the heroes of Halcyon City is teaming up. Not really the Sinister Six, because they all unified in their like fuck Spider-Man in particular.
Fair.
But
Yeah.
but same concept, you know. But the like
think-
where the Legion of Doom is like, we keep getting our butts kicked by all the superheroes, but maybe if we team up and jump superheroes individually, our numbers can take it on. And then they were like, oh shit, they also had this idea with the Justice Friends. This isn't going to work at all. And
I
so,
think the important thing with any organization like this, and Steel Gunner would have pointed out, the important detail that I learned is obviously any evil organization like this is very prone to members of the organization basically just infighting.
Yes,
infighting is
absolutely.
massive.
They will eat
Everybody,
each other.
Yeah.
everybody in Evil has their own personal goals, and they're very opportunistic. The one thing that unifies them is their fear of Crimson Nova,
Okay.
and that's probably the point that Steel Gunner emphasizes, where
Right.
it's like the thing about totalitarian regimes is if you remove the figurehead, all the peons will scatter, or something like that, and
Excellent.
and he emphasizes it by like chopping several bamboo stalks with his imported katana.
Right, of course. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, she there's that flashback back to Steel Gunner, and we flash back to her now, and she's squared off against Crimson Nova. And Crimson Nova still has that like miniature sun in her hand, right?
Yes, she does. Pray you don't miss.
No, what she's gonna do instead is she's gonna because she's still got like her hard light constructs, because power mimicry. She's gonna she's gonna basically throw her hand up like she has a ball in her hand, and then catch something, and it's a hard light version of the miniature sun, and she's just gonna charge. She's gonna basically just kick it at Crimson Nova.
So you're gonna power mimicry and kick your own little tiny sun at her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
I like it. I like it.
So let's. I have no idea what this is, but
I mean, you're doing a hard light, right? So it would be your powers.
I mean, but like yeah, I guess I'm like, but you fight with your powers anyway, so it's what the intent is.
I think this would be directly engaged.
I think so too. Also, just
Okay.
because your freak is so bad and this is so cool, I don't want it to fail.
Yeah, I also have venting frustration when you directly engage while you are angry, which I am. You roll the plus the label your mentor denies and clear angry. Yeah. So let's.
I mean, he wouldn't deny angry. He'd want you to get angry because rage.
Oh, you
lets
want me to get angry, but I'm not. But he denies savior.
Oh,
I'm
there you
doing
go.
this for the city.
There you
Being
go.
heroic about this. I am doing what he told me. Weirdly enough.
Come on, get mad. Hit him.
That's a 9.
That is a 9.
Can I use my telekinesis to throw it harder at her? Use team pool to...
You can turn your attention away from the technologist.
Yes.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
going to help Parisa.
Yeah, go ahead and...
And I can just give out influence, right?
Yep.
I'll give Parisa influence.
I mean, you don't just give it out. You do explain how you do it. So you do turn your attention away from the technologist to use your powers to help augment what she's doing. And I think in that...
It just says at any time you can give influence to any character.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, Liam's regained his respect for Parisa.
That's fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying
okay.
in order to... You have to physically do something to help out with the team thing. So,
I'm using my powers to...
Oh, you're
help
using your
her.
powers.
Yeah.
You're not doing the team pool?
No, I'm using my powers to help her with this, to use the team pool to give her +1.
Gotcha. So do you have to roll for that then?
No, it's using the team pool. I'm just saying how I'm helping her.
Yeah. He's accelerating the.
So you are using the team pool to do the help action thingy that's normal, but you're justifying it as using your powers.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said before, you are taking your eyes off of the technologist
Yes.
to use your powers to help her. Okay. Yeah, we went around in a circle there. Okay, team pool spent.
Sorry.
That's okay. So, that
You know
bumps
what
it
else
up to
goes
a
in circles? Race cars. Race cars are fun.
tiny
Ipso facto.
tiny suns that are about to explode. No, everything goes around
Also
the tiny
that.
sun.
Since I got a 10+,
Mhm.
I would very much like to resist or avoid their blows.
That's probably a good idea.
And then I would like to, let's see. I'm between an opportunity and impress. I think impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, because this is a rad move that I don't think she was expecting.
I don't think anyone was expecting you to soccer ball kick a sun at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you eject shot it? That's the real question.
I don't know. Where's the hitter?
I don't think a 10. I don't think a 10 is good enough for eject shot.
What, are you kidding me? Anybody can do it if they try.
Yeah, but we're also groggy.
You are also groggy. You are giant.
Paris, to be
Goliaths.
fair, Paris's current martial arts training is capoeira, so like, you know.
She could eject shot. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, you kick this hard light tiny sun at her, and she sees it coming, and she kind of like brings her hands together to kind of catch it, but the force behind it is too much. And so her little tiny sun dissipates, but as she tries to catch it, she gets pushed back several feet. And it's that kind of like when you shoot an energy blast at a really strong DBZ villain, it looks like it clearly hit and hurt, and they get slid back, but they just kind of blocked it and their feet dig in, and there's that clear like drag trail that just tore up the linoleum and all the like nice flooring that they had done in here. But she scoots back a bit, and like the smoke and stuff clears, and it looks like, you know, her hands and her gauntlets are all burnt and smoky, and so it looks like it knocked her back a bit, and it had a nice impact on there.
Nice.
Liam,
Next.
you had your eyes off the technologist, so I'm
Yep.
gonna make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you, Nova?
He throws drones at you.
He throws drones at you. Yes, several drones appear, and he says, "Minions, assemble!" And like the chairs disassemble into little nanobots, and then they reassemble. And it says, "Prepare to face my greatest challenge." Granddaughter, look away. Aisle 69! Yes! And it reforms into a giant...
Grandfather!
and it reforms into a giant robot, and it like flexes on Liam for a second.
Liam is going to say, "Is this team just full of bad catchphrases? Because everything here has been lame."
Oh, damn!
He says,
I hold up a hand and I'm like, the ice cream's actually pretty good.
he says, "Yes, well, shut up! Ice cream!" And he goes to take a powerful blow against you as Aisle 69 fires ice cream out of one of its arm cannons.
What the fuck?
You better hope I don't tell moms about this, Grandpa.
You don't tell them a thing.
Oof.
All right.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. It could not. It could not be ice cream at all. On a
Oh God, I have something hysterical to do on.
on a 7 to 9, you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
So one is I can inflict a condition on someone, or I can tell them to do something stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can let them get the upper hand, or I can just take conditions.
Yeah, you can take 2 conditions.
I'm ready to do something stupid.
Can I make a
Yeah,
suggestion?
we all probably are.
Could you not do something stupid and instead do something smart?
I mean, that's actually a pretty good suggestion.
All right, I'm glad
going
that.
to shout at Azrael to go after Crimson Nova.
Oh, that is so...
Trying. I'm going to do the provoke someone to do stupid action.
Sweet, provoker.
What, guys? We did the lineup. You can't break the lineup.
Everybody's deviating from the lineup and going after
Oh
the.
dear.
Yes.
Yikes! Well, you got potential, I guess.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you're like so the ice cream hits you and it knocks you back as well. Kind of like the same way Arena did to Crimson Nova, but the ice cream starts to solidify, and you find yourself like plastered to the floor, and you're temporarily immobilized as you're just kind of stuck there, and you're like go after Crimson Nova, And so we'll go ahead and jump to Azrael to see if she listens to you, because now she's kind of not forced to.
Oh yeah, I failed that roll. She doesn't have to listen to.
Nope. She kind of doesn't have to listen to you.
Okay, I'm going to set La Espada down. I'm actually still kind of groggy, and then I'm like trying to focus on Crimson Noah. I'm really the one you want, isn't it? And I'm going to charge burn and try to use moat.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, so you hold 2 burn and you mark 3 conditions.
Oh
Right.
God!
That's fantastic.
Yay!
I
How many
think
can?
I think you're gonna mark afraid, insecure, and hopeless, because evil is getting the upper hand.
Alright. And then I'm going to use moat. So, moat. Where's moat?
You spend 1 burn to create a barrier that will hold back threats as long as you keep your attention on it. The GM may call for you to spend another burn if the barrier is threatened by particularly powerful enemies.
Yeah.
No one here's powerful.
No, it's fine.
We're not finding the
So-
super villains of the story.
Yep. So I'm summoning the chains again to wall us off, and then they all like rip out of the floor, and they just start like arcing over us, and it just creates like this dome of like solid metal.
Alrighty, and
I'm like
yeah, well,
weak and trembling.
and I get to do more stuff because it's more failures. So because this was a failure, as you're getting the chains up to put up a barrier between you guys, from the shadows on the opposite side where evil is facing, a long mechanical tendril shoots out and grabs La Espada by the ankle and yanks her to the other side as the barrier comes up. And you see Commodore Calamari come slinking out of the shadows, and she says, Liam, we weren't finished with our experiments. And she's just holding La Espada upside down by the ankle. While like
Oh no!
while like tentacle crawling her way forward, having like the 2 lower ones hold her up, kind of like cool Spider-Verse Lady Doc Ock style.
Whatever are we gonna do about this predicament?
Yes, we care so much about La Espada. Oh no.
Somebody does.
Someone does.
Somebody does. Yeah. So that'll be it. You put up this impenetrable barrier between your group and evil.
And we're just locked in here.
Yeah. You just put yourself. Yeah. Well, no. Calamari's on the other side. She snatched La Espada out of the barrier before it came up.
Yep.
So you locked your team into this safety bubble, and they're outside with La Espada, and Liam is still stuck to the floor, helplessly. But Liam, we'll get to you now. You're stuck to the floor because you took your eyes off the technologist, and aisle 69.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Really, Grandpa?
It's okay. You can laugh.
Really?
It's the best name.
Yeah, okay, so what did the barrier go after her exactly? I'm a bit confused on.
She put a barrier up between you and the villains. So there's
we got,
there's
like,
just a
dome
wall.
protection. We got like a
Okay.
dome, well, yeah, like a wall between us and them. We got some time, maybe.
Well, for most of them. I'm going to charge my burn and do something with that.
All right. Charge it up.
Hit. I'm going to Yeah, I guess afraid makes sense.
Yeah. This shit's scary, yo.
Or calamari.
Do you wanna taste the ice cream at all?
No.
Sure. It's vanilla.
No, in fact, I'm going to reality storm out of it and
Oh yes, I
going
love
to
this.
start the calamari.
Reality Storm never goes bad for you. I want to see this. Let's
Never
go.
goes bad.
It's always gone bad. It's never once done good.
I love it. Let's do it.
Look, we are in the heart of doom. I don't think anything going like bad for this
Anything
island.
exploding is good for us.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I'm going to reality storm at Counselor Calamari.
Alrighty.
Going to try to rip off her robo arms.
Oh damn!
And you're gonna do that from inside your plaster encasing?
I'm assuming he's teleporting because he's got like telekinesis.
I mean, I would
Yeah,
hope so.
reality storm.
Well,
Throw things around.
Okay. Throw him.
Ice cream's going everywhere.
Streams
Oh.
going everywhere. Alright, let's see it. Roll that power. Kapow! He finally did it, guys. He finally did it when you needed it most. Alright, tell us what happens with Reality Storm.
So, reality storm is
Never
channel
seen this
destructive
work right.
bursts with your powers. Spend one bird to directly engage a threat using your powers, rolling freak instead of danger. If you do, you will cause unwanted collateral damage unless you spend another burn. I don't care about this place,
Nice.
so I'm just going to spend the one, and I'm just going to use my telekinesis to grab a hold of her robotic limbs, and I'm just going to tear them apart.
Okay, so since you don't care about collateral damage, that means I get to decide what bad things happen to the area around it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're specifying you want the tentacles to take the most damage from this. So as you unleash your energy in the reality storm and all the bad stuff that starts happening, La Espada, who is currently caught in one of the tentacles, is also going to take the full brunt of this unleashed kapow. So,
Hey, Rin.
mm-hmm.
You might have to switch to the Discord server. You're roboting.
I'm
Yeah.
roboting? Okay. Hang on. Yep, I can see that the thing is down. 1 second, folks. We shall fix this momentarily. Alright, what if I went to the right place? There we go. How about now?
You probably have to talk for. A
Yeah.
Test, test. How about now? Did it work? Is it
You
working?
aren't coming out anymore.
What?
Sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. 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 Yep. All right. So, La Espada is caught in the reality storm because Liam specified he doesn't care about anything that's getting caught in the way of this place, and targeting the tentacles means that people being held by the tentacles are also caught. So unleashing this massive wave of energy and reality-bending telekinesis, the tentacles start to explode and get, destroyed. And La Espada, of course, also takes the full brunt of this. And it's kind of like that Fire Emblem Heroes sort of thing when, like, the person takes a hit and you see, like, the damaged image shifts from, like, their regular clothes to the, like, slightly torn clothes, and they're turned at a convenient angle so that they don't have to up the rating at all. And you see the tentacle go flying and she gets knocked back and you hear the as she falls and hits the ground, and everything goes really slow for Azriel, as not only did she just see that she couldn't protect her girlfriend, but then her teammate blew her up with his reality bending powers. Meanwhile, Commodore Calamari's tentacles get just completely decimated, and she gets flung back, and she flies, and she's like, wow, Liam, you've gotten so much. Yeah, she's a fighting game character, exactly. You've gotten so much stronger. That's good. I've learned to anticipate your powers, though. And you see, like, a couple more tentacles regrow out, and she gets back up. But she's looking kind of weary because you fucking unleashed a reality storm on her for a kapow.
Stop being so impressed by it. You're weird, lady.
No, I have to cut him open and see what makes him tick. And like the top 2 tentacles start
No!
spinning little circular blades.
I think at this point it's Hummingbird's turn.
Yes, it is Hummingbird's turn.
Don't worry about your girlfriend. I'm sure we'll be able to do something. We have crazy medical stuff. It's fine. It's fine. So there's a barrier between me and the bad guys. Correct?
Yes. An impenetrable barrier, unless you put a huge amount of damage, in which case I'll make Azrael have to spend another burn to maintain it.
No, that's
I
fine.
might be
think
dropping it soon.
You might be, but not
Alright.
not during her turn.
That's true. So... Okay, so the only... So, where is Lady Calamari at? Is she on the other side of the barrier, or is she on our side of the
all the bad guys are on the opposite side of the barrier.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. I am going to assess the situation.
Hmm.
Yeah. That is what yeah, actually, where is the cat? Is he floating?
The cat
Which
is-
side is he on of this barrier?
Yes.
He's a villain.
He's just down the middle.
Cat exists.
Actually, do you want to make that part of your assess the situation? You want to see where the cat is? You want to look, try and find the cat?
Yeah, first let's see how many questions I get.
Yeah, let's check it out. Check it out, y'all. Check it out. Hit. So, not bad. No, man. One question.
Fun question. Yeah, where's the cat?
Hummingbird, you're watching all of this happen, you're like, huh, she really is a fighting game villain. And then you're like, oh shit, guys, where's the cat? And you turn around, and the cat is looking you dead in the eyes. And it's just floating. No.
I'm going to... It's like right in my face.
It's right in your face, and it's just staring at you.
I'm going to reach out and scratch underneath its chin.
Yeet the cat. Alright. Well...
Who's a good kitty?
Comfort or support.
Yeah, I was like, are you
Comfort
like,
and
are you rolling something for this? Because I have
Yep,
I have a hilarious thing if you roll really bad.
Yep. Here we go. Fortunately, this is my best stat.
That's never saved anyone. Hey,
Oh,
there you go.
baby.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh,
So-
10 plus, you get to help yourself. Cool.
I hit
Who's a
right
good
here. You mark
kitty?
potential, clear condition, shift late. I mean, does that really work for?
For
No.
NPCs?
for
You
instance?
can.
I mean, I have no qualms with it, especially since you rolled really well. But I'm like, how do I react to this? Because you're not.
It's just the situation. You can kind of just ignore the like act. They obviously hear.
They're gonna clear one of their conditions, and mark
Yeah.
potential. They're gonna unleash their true potential now.
Awesome. All right. I'm glad that I helped.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So it looks like they're surprisingly receptive to this. When you switch it.
You're the cutest kitty in the world. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. My mom just got home, by the way, so she can hear me talking like a loon.
Good. You could have also empathized.
Is that the same?
You have to have
that-
you have to have that move. You have to get adult moves. To
Yeah, I don't-
Oh, that's an adult move. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's bad. Get rid of that. That's trash.
Probably piercing the mask would be the other thing you could have done here.
Yeah.
What is this
Ooh.
cat
Yeah.
really doing?
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
could have done that. Do you want to switch it to that one? Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
like
switch
I
it
like
to
this,
pierce
but
the
you might
mask.
get more out of it. So on
Yeah,
a
I'm
10
gonna
plus,
pierce
you
the
can
mask.
have 3.
It's this. It's the same roll because they're both mundane.
Yeah, which is
so
why
I'm
I
gonna
don't
just
mind
keep the
switching it
roll.
over.
All right, so I get 3.
Mhm.
1, how do I gain influence over you?
I mean, you keep these scratches coming.
Yeah. 2, how do I get your character to not psychically annihilate me and my friends?
Keep these scratches coming.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the same.
How do I gain influence over you?
He already asked that one.
Yeah, I already asked that one. It keeps scratching him. And then I'm not going to ask what do you want me to do because I feel like at this point I know what the answer is.
I mean,
Keep the scratches
there's a good one though on here you could ask.
Yeah, what are you really planning?
So when you like get the what are you really planning? You're like scratching the cat under its chin during like this brief hiatus while everyone else is unleashing their powers or screaming that their girlfriend's being annihilated or victory cheering over Jack shotting a sun into someone's face. You're just like kitty and you're scratching it and it's purring and its 2 eyes are closed and then like 6 more eyes open up and they're all the same like green color and they're all kind of like scattered around the cat's face, and then from its belly a mouth opens up and that's where the purring is actually coming from, and you're the only one who sees this, but you're still like, oh god, I have to keep scratching it because it wants me to. But then it projects an image into your mind and you see that there's a flash of the cat sitting on Crimson Nova's lap around a burning Halcyon city, and then there is a large eldritch horror-looking creature that would shatter your mind if I properly described it, but it's a mass of tentacles, teeth, eyes, flesh that is consuming the city. Then it flashes, and it's grown to overtake the world, and the world is on fire. And then it's like, it's kind of like reaching out, and it's like wrapped around the sun, and it's starting to eat that, and you just hear, Nyaw. And then you flash, and you like snap back to reality, and it's just a regular cat in front of you.
All right, so instead of that, how about I give you some meow mix and we call it even?
An image flashes in front of your face, and it's just a tuna.
I can give you tuna. I can give you fatty tuna.
Offer salmon.
I can also give you salmon.
All right. So that's all happened in this like.
She's got like a streak of white in her hair now because of this. Like,
yeah.
That's horrifying.
As a matter of fact, like this is going to be like a superficial take a powerful blow, but this is going to be like the sand loss type one. Just roll for powerful blow for me. I want to see how extensively we have to dish out this. Okay,
Oh.
not bad. Okay, so yeah, so like right here on the picture, this like forward tuft of hair that's like, you know, up and swooshy on its own in the little animated picture, that's all white now. Stylish.
All right, yeah, that works.
That immediately goes to shock white.
That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
like,
kind of like
update
it.
it.
I kind of dig it.
it's like, yeah, that just immediately goes white. All right, so we pan back to Rena. You just got done balling a sun into someone's face, and then a barrier got put up around, or in front of you guys. A lot of shit happened. Liam reality stormed without fucking things up for everyone.
I mean, yeah, a lot of things just happened.
A lot of things just happened.
I'm gonna look at my watch. Where the hell is my mech suit?
This will be a freebie, okay? It's just passing Gibraltar.
Oh, okay, so it's okay. It's gonna be a while. Sick.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Good. I'm glad it's on the way. Good.
It's like, that's a freebie. You don't have to waste a turn for that.
Yeah, cool. All right. Let's see. We got all those villains on the other side. We got Counselor Calamari trying to bear down on Liam, but of course can't get over here.
Nope.
I'm gonna continue, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue antagonizing Crimson Nova because she's the center of this operation. So yeah, she's gonna again like put all of her attention to her Crimson Nova, just like, you are so confident in your victory here, so confident, and yet look where you are now. The cat is with us. What are you doing here?
I mean,
Come and
you're-
get
I'm
me.
not entirely sure that the cat is with us.
Hold on, are you provoking
Come and
her?
get me. Yeah, I'm provoking her.
Do it.
Yeah, here to provoke.
I'll be right back.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. All right.
We're rolling like fire tonight.
Rise
Hell
to the
yeah.
bait and do what you want. You think come and get her, all right.
Yeah, come and get me. I'm also doing it, depending on how this goes, something stupid without asking the rest of my team.
So wait. For NPCs on a 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose one.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like the lesser results seem better?
They're not. Because 10 plus is literally you get exactly what you want. 7 to 9 is you get partially what you want.
But I mean, you get a +1 forward. You
But
get
they
a
don't
critical
do what, but they don't do
opportunity.
what you want.
I mean,
They do something
yeah.
else.
10 is you get both.
Well,
It
not even
doesn't.
that.
It doesn't
10 is,
say both. Yeah.
10 is you get what you want, which is better than any of the other three.
I mean, potentially.
No, because that's the point of the move, is that the 10 plus is better. Like,
Yeah.
obviously you can be like, I want them to do this, and then it doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, but
success.
these ones, it's like they stumble. You get a bonus against them to do another thing. You get a critical opportunity. A critical opportunity sounds like it's a really, really, really nice thing, at least to me. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
misunderstanding it. Anyways, it's fine. No, yeah. So you bait her, and she does the like evil dictator growl, and she's like, "Fine, I will do this myself." And she holds out her hand, and a lance materializes. And it's a like red and gold lance, and she starts to march up towards the barrier. And instead of directly engaging you, because she's angry but not stupid, she knows she's not getting through this barrier. What she does is, when she comes up, and I'm going to inflict some heavy damage on the barrier. So, Shay, do you have a burn to spend to maintain the barrier?
I've got one.
Are you going to spend a burn to maintain the barrier?
No.
Okay, so Crimson Nova, as she marches up, she lunges forward with the spear with the intent of shattering this barrier. And as she goes forward, one of those suns materializes at the tip of the spear, and she jams into it. And she says something very intimidating sounding in German as the spear tip impacts with the sun, and it basically, we get like a flash cut of an atom being split, but instead of it being an atom, it's like literally a tiny sun down the blade, the spear tip of this, and the entire room just goes off with this supernova energy, and everyone roll to take a power.
What the hell is happening?
Everyone,
No, what? No!
everyone roll to take a powerful blow. I'm also going to inflict conditions onto the villains, because this is like she didn't give a fuck, and she's just going to detonate the room to break this barrier.
What?
This is very good.
Well, bye, Liam.
Bye, Liam.
All right, this is. I didn't know.
Well, bye, me.
All right.
I haven't
time-
seen yours. What?
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I got it.
Wow.
11.
Awesome.
Oh,
We all got full
Oh
hit.
wait, she just fucking killed all of us.
Boom.
Arena. Stop it.
Look, it's fine.
That is everyone. All right. So, you must remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself, or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list. Let's just go ahead and go down in the order of the rolling. Liam.
Lose control of my powers.
No!
Oh, yes!
It's in character.
All right. I want you to reality storm again, but it's gonna be on everybody in the room because you're losing.
Okay.
It's gonna be losing control of your powers.
So
Just roll normally.
Yeah, you can just roll
So
normally.
you're saying he's directly engaging everyone?
He's directly engaging everyone.
Sick.
Anyone want to help?
No, thank you. No thanks.
Ask your new
So-
buddy Crimson Nova. If you
So
want
since
to
you
help.
buddy.
since you don't have control of this, I'm gonna pick the 2. Or
It's only 1.
sorry, yeah, I'm reading dyslexically. 7 and 9 pick 1. So you are going to create.
think
You don't really have control of this,
I
so
don't
it's
think
not.
I'd be blocking.
You're not creating an opportunity for your allies per se, but I'm going to say that like this added effect of the reality storm makes an opening for Crimson Nova where she will resist the damage because she's the only one who matters at this particular moment. But all the other villains are just getting fucking decimated by 2 sets of full power unleash. And I want to say probably like her little like mini novas is probably just Reality Storm 2. So you guys just got double Reality Stormed because she is a nova. We established that during the one shot. So Liam Reality Storms and hits everybody. So everybody else, give me another powerful blow roll
Alright,
against Liam's.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was going to take themselves out of the fight, right?
I mean, this is
Oh,
the second
God.
10 I've gotten.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay,
Yeah?
I'm going to use a move. I'm going to use I'll Save You. I'm willing to go pay high cost to keep your loved one safe, reveal your secret identity to someone watching, or mark a condition to defend a loved one as if you rolled a 12+. I'm going to mark a condition, and I'm going to take the shot for Arena.
Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or Azrael.
Okay. I mean, so you're gonna take it.
I'm-
You're gonna take
I
it.
mean,
You're gonna roll twice for this now.
I mean, I'll take her 10, and then I'll roll for mine.
Yeah. Roll for yours as well.
Why don't you give me a condition? I'm
Or
gonna
do you
say...
want to take 10, or do you want to choose 2 from the thing, so we don't have to keep rolling for you? Because if you're gonna take the hit from someone, you're already establishing that you took the powerful blow, so you don't need to roll it a second time. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
You can just take 2. Or you can, be like, I'm gonna take 1 from the really bad list and then 2 from the 7 to 9 or something.
Yeah,
Because-
we'll say I do that.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
It does. I like it. All right, so, yeah, let's settle that up.
I'm gonna mark Afraid because shit's getting crazy in this place.
Shit
I'm
just got
scared.
crazy in the finale, y'all. All right, so what are we taking? You are.
So I'm okay. What do I want to take here? I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna pick from the 2 from 7 to 9 first, just because. I'm going to struggle past the pain. I'm gonna mark 2 conditions, and I'm gonna give ground. So in opposition gets to take an opportunity, and then for the 10. Oh shit, man. I don't even know. I don't want to just take myself out of the fight.
Lose your powers, lose control of your powers.
Yeah, but my powers
what
don't
Giannis
really...
power can I have you lose control of?
Yeah, like what power would I lose? Like would my like hyper senses like get seriously fucked
Well, that's
up?
why it says of yourself or your powers.
That's true. I'm gonna struggle past the pain again and mark my last 2 conditions. Oop, thud.
Rip.
I'm gonna lose control of myself or my powers in a terrible way, I guess.
Okay. Wow. Your powers are not good for revealing or losing control of. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
Yeah. All right. So, when you lose control of yourself, I think when you go to take the blow, you do that like Secret Service jump to catch it, but the force of it hits you so hard that it knocks both you and Arena over. And it's the kind of like you get knocked over and you land on her in such a way that it's not easy for her to get back up onto her feet, which is not a good situation to be in during all of this bad stuff that's happening.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so okay, so Liam, we covered one of your hits. Let's cover the other one.
One of my hits.
You took, one of your powerful blow hits was unleashing the second reality storm.
Do I roll another for myself? Do I take
you-
the reality storm as well?
Oh, no.
My reality storm?
Sorry, I'm seeing this 9 and I'm thinking that's a hit. No, you don't reality storm yourself. That'd be silly. All right.
Yeah,
So you did the thing. You lost control of your powers, which means we will go down next to Liam did his hummingbird. You took yours. I don't think you can take it. You technically have to take another one.
All right.
You know what?
I'm gonna also have to
what
mark my
makes-
other two conditions.
It's what makes sense in the fiction rather than like you take a powerful blow every single time, because there's a lot of other things you can do with moves and with GM moves. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put a pin in yours because you've taken a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna hold that and bank it for something else. Azriel, I'm gonna give you an option here because I do have things for you that I can throw out to make this really fun and awful for being a doomed. You can mark 2 on your doom track to avoid the powerful blow.
Okay.
Yes, give in to the power of Satan. So she's filled her doom
Literal
track.
Satan.
She's ghost dog. Ghost Satan. Dogs.
Go Satan dogs.
Okay. What is your new doom power?
Bolstered.
Bolstered. And what does bolstered do?
It allows me to use adult move.
Adult move.
Yes.
Which adult move?
Any adult move I want.
Oh, it's adult moves.
Adult moves.
Okay.
Mark your doom track to use an adult move 1 time.
Oh, so she's gotta mark doom every time she uses it. Nice.
That's every one of those powers.
Yeah, it is. I like it. Alrighty. So that is yours for that one, and then you take another one. Hey, do you want to take some more doom to avoid another powerful blow? You want to just keep giving into the power of darkness?
How much?
I'm gonna say it ups a little bit. You're gonna mark 3 if you want to resist this powerful blow. From Liam, your friend has unleashed his powers on you again, so it's a little more harrowing. I'm gonna get that doom track filled tonight, guys.
I don't like the way you said it.
I'm gonna get that doom filled.
I mean, my other idea was that I was gonna go crazy and start attacking anyone standing again. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you take these, you bring up your powers of darkness and evil, and literal devil is there shielding you. So you're not taking the awful evil powers, which is who's left? Do we have anyone left? Hummingbird, Azriel.
I mean, I don't have to take a powerful
No,
blow if you
you-
don't want me to.
Yeah, you still technically have one, huh?
All right, based on what's happening, I'm definitely giving ground because I guess, you know,
Got knocked
Hummingbird-
over.
Yeah, knocked me over. You know, I get to get her off me. And I'm going to lash out verbally because I struggle past the pain. I will knock myself out. So I'm gonna let's see. You know, Azrael doesn't seem like she was affected by this. So she's gonna like look up at Azrael, like she has an arm free right now because she's trying to push herself away. It's just like, all right, now's our chance. Go get Crimson Nova. She's like trying to push Hummingbird away, like trying to get Hummingbird off her so she can get back up and get into the fight.
Yeah.
So
but
I'm provoking a teammate.
yeah, I think it would be provoking her. So go ahead and try and verbally lash out or get her to move.
All right, that's a 10.
Yep.
So if you do it, we add a team. If you don't do it, you mark a condition.
I don't have the conditions to spare.
Yeah, I don't think we're all running out of conditions.
Tough fight, tough fight.
So
I mean, I'm fine, so that's good, right?
Shut the fuck up, Liam.
So
I mean, this is Ark, not Liam.
What's the difference? Oh.
Liam has magical powers and I don't.
That's fair.
You're the author of a best-selling book.
Also true.
So, since my patron is the Dawnbringer, I think I just kind of like slowly look in like my team's direction, and my eyes are just like this, like burning like a mini sun, and then like the dark tendrils all stretch out of my back and fan out like wings. And then I look to all the other bad guys who are vulnerable currently from just getting fucked up. And I'm going to use Bolstered and just like start charging through them. I'm going to like grab Flambe and hurl her into the technologist. And then like kick Captain Calamari. And
They
like,
all
across
got
the room.
they all got knocked over in the explosions too.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna tear through them on my way to the Crimson Nova.
Oh, you're just gonna pick one prone person up and fling them at another prone person?
Hell yeah.
If
mean-
they're
No,
in my
It's brilliant. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I love it.
if they're in my path of destruction, yes, I'm going to be doing that. And so I'm gonna use Bolstered for Overwhelm, and I will spend my last burn on ooh, it's here somewhere, on Worship. If it's successful, and I put out a tremendous display of might, I inspire an audience to silence or whatever.
The live studio audience goes quiet.
Make out with each other.
yeah, you gotta overwhelm a vulnerable foe. Gotta roll that danger.
All that danger.
Also, does this count for clearing my insecure? Is this
Doing something
I don't think-
stupid.
Yeah, doing something stupid.
I would say so.
Yeah.
You're attacking Crimson Nova.
It does say without talking to your team though, and somebody. From
Yeah,
your team
that's
told
why.
you to
Yeah,
do
I was
it.
gonna
that's
say
a good point.
no because you were provoked into doing it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it of your own
Yeah.
accord.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
I'm gonna help her by continuing to.
Oh God, please
taunt.
help her.
I'm gonna do it by continuing to taunt Crimson Nova and affect all of evil by continuing to shout, "Oh, guess who else has a son of their own?" as she goes and tears through them.
Oof.
You're really comfortable to lay on top of.
It's just like, look,
That's
I'm
so
sorry.
casual.
Several of
There's
the
like
shippers in the
explosions in the
audience.
background.
I might have a concussion right now.
Just several of the audience shippers are just ecstatic hearing that. It's fine. All right, so what were you doing? And you got a 7. Was that a direct?
Oh, overall.
Right now, yeah. Right now, it's just the minions as I'm pushing my way.
Yeah, but
towards
what move were
Godzilla.
you rolling? So I know what list I'm reading off of.
Overwhelm a vulnerable foe.
It's an adult move.
It's an
Yeah.
adult move. Okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for. On a 7 and 9, you choose 2. You can take a powerful blow in turn. You hurt your foe more than you intended, or you cause serious collateral damage.
I'd say the last two make sense.
What collateral damage though?
She's literally using one person as a club for another.
You throws them hard enough that they both end up in the wall.
I mean, it's your choice.
You got to choose 2.
Is Olivia out of that path of destruction?
Who were you beating on?
I was clearing a bunch of minions on my way to Crimson Nova.
Yes, but you named a few of them. Who are you beating on?
Let's see. I named Flambe, Calamari, and who else did I say?
Then yes, as soon as you reach Calamari, Olivia is right there because she was the one getting held down.
Okay, then I'll take a take a powerful blow and hurt my foes more than intended because I don't want to call.
Alrighty, so I don't even think you reach Commodore Calamari as you come in with the intent to basically beat on these people. You go to grab Flambe, and she's laying on her stomach, and you grab her by the legs with the intent of using her as a club to hit Calamari. And when you lift her up, it reveals that she had a souffle dish underneath her, and she says, "You're making too much noise," and the souffle falls, and then it explodes, and you're going to roll to take a powerful blow.
But also, all those minions are out of the fight. 'Cause
They are.
On a hit, fight's over. They're done.
Yep. So Flambe is going to be out. But yeah, so yeah, you just got you're gonna get souffle
God.
bomb. So on a 7 to 9, you can lash out verbally to provoke one of your teammates to a foolhardy action. You can give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain for 2 marked conditions. Or, hey Shay, you can go ahead and invoke some more dark powers and hit more 2 on the Doom track. 2 more on the Doom track. You definitely don't want those conditions. That'll put you out of the fight. Give in to the dark powers. Embrace the darkness.
Or you could lash out at your teammates who don't seem to be doing anything right now.
I'm going to use my best Ansem voice and tell her to embrace the darkness.
Really?
Yes.
Ansem?
Yeah. Embrace the darkness.
Are we going with Kingdom Hearts 1 Ansem?
Yeah, it was Kingdom Hearts.
Or are we going with silly fuck Ansem from 2 onward?
No, this is 1 where it's the guy who played Drill Sergeant Zim. I think that was the guy. Yeah, that was him, huh? Yeah.
It was.
He who knows nothing can understand nothing. Man,
That game series got silly.
Yep. So Shay, what are we doing?
Okay, it's the last one. Yeah. Let's do it.
What's the last one?
This is the
You're
last.
gonna mark Doom track?
Yeah, this is the last episode. So.
Yeah. All right. What's your new Doom sign? Doom sign.
I'll take Portal.
Alrighty. Now you can
How
think
many-
with portals.
How many Doom signs?
She's got
do you
1
have?
left.
Yep, 1 left, and then after that, the last 5 ticks, Doom comes.
Oh,
So 10 more ticks.
She technically has
And
10 more,
it's over.
but yeah, like the way this is going, I might be able to get her to fill it. Stay tuned. Alright, so yeah, you embrace the darkness and like a little shadow barrier comes up because the literal devil has invested too much in you and he doesn't want to see you hurt. But Flambe gets launched in a smoking cloud off into the corner, and there's little swirly KO swirls in front of her eyes. She is out of the fight. You didn't, however, roll well enough to hit anyone else and take them out. Azrael was last, so... Who's next? I think we lost our order. It was
It was
you. It was
I feel like
Parisa,
This game
Liam,
doesn't have
Azrael,
order.
Hummingbird. It doesn't, but I was trying to keep like a sensible order. Liam, you haven't really done anything other than collateral damage. Do you want to take a shot at something?
You want to try not killing us?
Yeah, you want to try not killing everybody?
Fuck it, I'm gonna snatch Crimson Nova's spear. Or try or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think it already blew up.
No, and it was a lance.
Lance.
Get that lance. Take it.
I'm snatching it.
Use it. Thrust that
Fire Emblem
lance.
time.
I'm gonna spend a burn and snatch it.
Okay. Oh, you don't roll anything. You just do it, huh?
I just do it.
Just do it. So yeah. So I imagine you like jump up from your spot and you do a cool thing where the two of you have like a dramatic action where you've locked arms and you're trying to wrestle it from her, and then you whip the tail end of it and you smack her in the side of the head and she staggers for a moment. And now you've got the lance.
Does this one also start speaking to me?
Nope.
Well, that was my thing.
Looks cool though. Alrighty. Hummingbird. You've been pushed off of Arena, and Arena you can get back up and try and do something now.
Where's my mech?
The mech is passing one of those islands just past or just shy of Sicily, and so it's going to be arriving ETA like 2 minutes.
Excellent.
It's flying really fucking fast.
Okay, cool. So
It arrives with no fuel.
I got an idea. I'm gonna get Hummingbird off the ground and just say to her, fastball special. With no, we've never done anything like this.
I don't think we're that playbook.
We're not, but it's fine. So what I'm gonna do is, Arena is going to, she's gonna use her constructs to basically, create a, like, because she's seen this before. This is definitely a thing that her mentor, Steel Gunner, had. She's gonna create an arm cannon, and she's going to launch Hummingbird at Crimson Nova.
All right.
With the arm cannon.
The arm cannon. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Would you say this is taking full? Well, it's the end of the scene, so never mind. Yeah. So I'm gonna launch Hummingbird at Crimson Nova.
All right, let's do it.
I think I'm assisting her with directly engaging a threat. If that.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
That sounds cool enough. I'll allow it.
I'm the one who's better at assisting people. Right?
Too bad.
Too bad. Here we go.
I can't.
3, 2, 1, fire.
+1 on this. 3, 2, 1.
This is a terrible idea. I have a -3 to this roll.
Hey, you have your mask. Do your mask thing.
It's my mask's label is savior.
Yeah. And
Hey,
you get to switch your. You get to switch your. Oh right. Oh well. Too bad.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
The thing is I unleash my powers. I also have a -3, so it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah. Just say bye. Love you, and then shoot her out of cannon.
Exactly.
This is a terrible idea.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It's almost like I
Let's
have
do
too
it.
many
So directly engage
with a +1.
with a +1.
Because I'm helping you out.
Fantastic.
Oh my god, I was so close. If somebody else wants to help her out, we can do it.
Yeah, I will need somebody.
Or you can spend Team Selfishly and shift your labels.
I will help.
Oh, please do.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
So, I see her getting launched, and like, since I know that she's fast and strong, so I use psychic constructs. I summon a spear and toss it in her trajectory so she can grab it.
It misses, just impales.
Yeah.
Hummingbird is just like.
Did I mention that's a -1, so it makes it a 5?
All right,
no.
I just
All right, so on a 7 to 9, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them, which can't really do because Liam did that like a nerd. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
It's pick one, but yes.
Right, I keep reading
Yeah,
that wrong. God bless it.
I'll take 2.
Pick one.
I don't mind.
Pick one, nerd.
I'm gonna avoid their blows.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, so
Alrighty.
I'm gonna hit her, but she's not gonna hit me.
Yeah, and I think it's very much like one of those where it's like you come in, you lead with the spear, and you stab it into her power armor, and it hits somewhere like in the shoulder or something, but it's enough to stagger her back. But with the other minions down, she kind of stumbles back, and I'm gonna take a move now because I've let you guys get a couple of things done.
I'm so glad I'm literally point blank with this woman who makes novas.
Mm-hmm. And so she's going to look up, and she's going to say, "Muffins, help!" And she's going to appeal to the cat, and the cat is going to look between Amy and Crimson Nova, and just kind of like, "Meow."
Remember, all the tuna you want.
Yeah, but it gnaws at her, and she gives like this shocked look, and she's like, "No, no!" And then she looks really mad, and then she puts her hands together, and where she had been making like little jawbreaker-sized tiny suns, now it's more the size of a baseball, and she's like, "I'll get you all for this. No one takes my cat from me," and so.
Can I Reality Storm yeet the lance at her?
Absolutely.
No! I'm right next to her!
Absolutely yeet this lance at her.
can I also do something as that's happening?
Let's see his first. Alright, so Reality Storm.
If you mark 5 Doom, yes.
I mean, yes, Shay, if you mark 5 Doom, you absolutely can jump in, because Literal Devil is like, yes, do more, do more.
I mean, we're gonna see what happens. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can.
Reality Storm is Unleashed Powers, right?
No, it's
directly engaged.
directly.
Oh, it's directly engaged. Okay, so resist and avoid, take something from them, which you can't do because she doesn't really have anything. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm gonna create an opportunity.
All right, you create an opportunity for Azrael.
As I am trying to impale her with a lance.
Yeah, you yeet the lance at her, and it hits her in the other shoulder.
Like, I was gonna say, since she's like summoning a gianter sun, bigger than Jawbreaker sun, I was gonna rush forward, grab a holder, and like as the lance hits her, use portal to teleport both of us outside.
You were going to take yourself and Crimson Nova outside?
Yeah, because I don't think I can do it. I don't know. Can I do it without? Let me read
It's
portal.
your power. You tell us.
Mark June track to appear in a scene with anyone I want. So yeah, I have to appear in a scene with anyone I want. So I think I have to do it with her.
Sure, you can change the scene, move to a new scene with her. Go ahead and roll to unleash your power. Mark that doom and unleash your power.
I think you just do it. You
just do
spend
it?
the Doom track and do it.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, as she's hit by both the spears and she's conjuring this giant sun, or this giant miniature baseball-sized sun, giant miniature, haha, you tackle her and a tear in reality opens up and the two of you fly through it and it immediately closes behind you.
Where'd they go?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. But more importantly, where are we? Actually, I know where we are.
Arena. As you ask, where are we? There's the explosive sound of a wall crashing in, and your mech Kool-Aid Man's through.
Finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a moment like, where the hell are we? And you see the cat is still floating there, and it's just kind of not doing anything. It's just observing you guys. La Espada is lying on the ground. There's probably a pool of blood that started to collect around her because Liam didn't give a fuck. And Azrael and Crimson Nova are gone. Azrael, the tear opens up at the mouth of the volcano, and the two of
I was
you
expecting that.
and the two of you pop out and hit the ground. She, being a veteran supervillain and probably having some military background in fighting, training, and blah blah blah, she does one of those cool like tuck and rolls, where she rolls and she gets down onto a knee and kind of slides back, but she's facing you, and she still has the little sun baseball in her hand, and she says, "Why have you betrayed us? Why did you turn your back on evil? You have evil inside of you. You could have been great. You could have been the greatest among us."
You were the chosen one.
Don't try it, Azrael. I have the high ground.
I can't take this seriously anymore. I'm sorry.
You're gonna kill Olivia.
Olivia was a failure, and now you seem to be a failure too. And evil cannot tolerate failure.
Does that clear my insecure?
I'd say yes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think yes, because you just put yourself in a 1v1 with the greatest villain of Halcyon City.
Awesome.
You just did a thing, so I'm gonna do a thing now. And what can I do based on your blah blah blah? Based on your blah blah blah.
And I'm like super weak, so I like stagger to my feet, and I'm just like.
When you mentioned that she was going to kill Olivia, she smirks and she says, "But I didn't kill Olivia, did I? Your friend Liam did." And then the camera flashes to the scene of her laying on the ground, and Liam's probably like, "Yeah, fuck this bitch," and he kicks her in the side.
No.
But yeah, you distinctly get like that flashback of Reality Storm hurting the crap out of her, and then her landing on the ground and not getting back up.
Yeah, so I there's like that moment where like I close my eyes and there's that like really, really pained look of just.
She is gonna shift Azrael's. She is gonna try and shift Azrael's labels. She's gonna try and villain monologue you back to the side of evil, and she's not just and thank you for putting this in my head now, because now we're just going full Revenge of the Sith. She's gonna like be like, I have the power to... I'm suddenly doing Palpatine's voice. She's like, I have the power to bring her back if you truly want her. You can redeem her failure. Join with me, Asriel. You have so much potential. And she's going to shift your freak down and raise your mundane. Because your power's dangerous.
I'll try to resist.
Okay. Roll them resist.
Oh, hell yeah, you do. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Does anything happen on a 7 and 9?
Yeah, you choose one instead of choosing
Yeah, I see.
two. So on a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. On 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. Clear condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down, your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
She was an adult, so she does have influence over you.
I could also stand to clear my conditions.
You certainly could.
Yeah. I'm going to... so I think there's that moment where, like, I close my eyes and there's that really pained look of, like, just guilt and betrayal and general sorrow, and I think like a couple tears roll down my face, and I look up again and I say, if you hadn't tried to execute her, I might have listened to you. And then I rush at her. I'm gonna clear her.
Yeah. She's not afraid of you anymore. So you're gonna rush at her, huh? What are we gonna do when you charge her?
I'm going to do bolstered again. And I will use...
Marshall Democrat.
I will do... I will try to overwhelm her.
I mean, she's not really vulnerable.
That's fair.
We didn't beat the shit out of her.
Then I'll
That's
just
true.
engage.
She has a lance in her.
Not one, two.
Yeah, she's pretty beat up at this point.
That's fair. I guess just for the sake of the scene, she wasn't. But no, this is fine. Go ahead and roll for Overwhelmer, because if you succeed on this, it pretty much just ends the scene. So this is an all or nothing move. Go for it.
I mean, I don't have to if you don't want.
I do not get to decide that. I'm saying that overwhelm a vulnerable foe is a thing you can do. I'm just saying if you want to end the scene, that is what will happen if you succeed. Boom!
Oh, shit.
Tell us how you bring down Crimson Nova.
So
Extra
I
points
probably...
if your costume turns white halfway through, just like Ravens does when she was beating up Trigon.
I mean, she's not fighting the literal devil.
I'm just saying it's cool.
There's probably like streaks of white as some of some of that kind of like light energy that the Dawnbringer actually is known for. Probably weaves across it, but probably not completely. And I charge, and the wings fan out, and she probably starts like swinging in it, but I probably just kind of like leap off the ground, and it's like I'm almost flying, and I summon the angelic sword again, and there's like an exchange of attacks from her lance and my sword before there's like a final charge, and like I spear straight through her.
And then throw her into the lava.
Probably.
Probably or yes?
Yes.
All right. And so when that final blow is struck and you stick her, she drops down to her knees, and you have that moment where you like look her in the eyes, and then you just kick her off of the blade, and she falls. And as she's falling, you see her. She's like looking up at you with those like almost dead eyes. But she puts her hands together, and she makes another tiny little sun, and she says, "Y'all going with me." And as she hits the lava, the little sun detonates, and the camera pans back to inside of Evil's lair, where you guys are like, "Where the hell are we?" And you guys are like looking around trying to figure out what's going on. And then all of a sudden there is just an earthquake that ripples through the entire thing. And then a couple of like red siren lights and horns start blaring, and you hear, "Warning, volcano eruption imminent. This is not."
I know where we are.
I do too.
This is not a drill. And as that happens, though, back up on the volcano's ridge, Azrael, you exhale and are like, "Oh, it's finally over." And then you hear the sounds of a helicopter and music playing over the really loud helicopter rotor, and you hear, "Carry on my wayward son.
Oh
There'll
my
be peace
god.
when you are done." And as the helicopter basically breaks over the other side of the volcano, you see that there is like a helicopter with your mom piloting it, and Jesus is sitting in the like side hatch, and he's manning the side-mounted machine gun, and he's like, "Jesus is here. Hello, I'm here to help." "Oh, I see you didn't need me at all."
Fine, we're leaving.
I kind of look over towards where the base is, and I just point in that direction. They need help.
"Very well. Jesus goes where he is needed. Come, Paladin."
Help Olivia.
and the helicopter takes off, and probably right around that time, you guys hear, "Don't you cry no more." And like the cool guitar solo starts up, and then the helicopter appears in front of like the display windows that look out towards the island of the beach, and you guys see that Jesus is manning a helicopter machine gun, and he just waves at you.
Did this Jesus just never get out of Vietnam? Is that
Nobody got out of Vietnam, Arena. Nobody got out of Vietnam.
And as like he like gives like that signal to like stand back, and he blows out the windows real quick, and as like the wind of outside depressurizes the inside, you guys look at him, and he goes, "I love the smell of salvation in the morning."
There's a hurt thought in here that needs help.
We're getting
did you
everyone
say-
out of here.
Did you just call her a hurt thought?
No, what? No, who said that?
We're getting everyone out of here, and Arena at this point has gotten into her mech, and she's gonna just start picking up everyone who's lying on the ground, because
I'm
we're gonna we're incarcerating all of these villains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold my arms out for the cat. Be like, "Come on, cat. You can be my cat now."
No. And it
All right.
floats over into your arms.
Arena, we have a cat now, by the way.
What's its name? Muffins?
Yeah, you try telling it that that's not the arrangement.
No, I was just asking what its name was. She's like busy actually picking up all of like the villains and La Espada and like getting them to the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the technologist. I'd be like, "Hey, Grandpa."
He says,
You're under arrest.
you're going back to jail, Grandpa, but it was nice
Back to
seeing
jail,
you.
Grandpa. Oh, hey, while I'm here, Grandpa, this is my girlfriend, Arena.
I'm old and don't approve of that.
That's okay, Grandpa. You don't really have a say in it.
That's fair. Do your mothers know you're a superhero?
I mean, probably at this point.
They're gonna be so proud seeing you follow in their footsteps. Shit,
That's
I
it.
wasn't
Wait,
supposed to
what?
say that. And then you all load up into the helicopter.
I'm going to rip whatever Counselor Calamari was pulling her tentacle arms out of and just leave that.
Probably a good idea. And as you're like dragging her along, she's like, "Could you ever forgive me, son?"
No.
Oh, and she hangs her head.
It's just like, no. It's like you didn't even. Just, wow.
She sees the like touching family moment between grandpa and granddaughter. She's like, "Oh, could we have that?" No.
In fact, throws her into the volcano.
Yeah. And yeah, it's about this time that you guys realize that Azrael's not in the helicopter.
Are we picking Azrael up?
Yes.
Where did she go anyway?
She sent us down here to rescue you all. I think.
Where is she?
Up on top of the volcano.
She
You don't yell at Jesus.
You don't do that.
She just like leaves the villains there. It's like, we're going to go get her.
Kids today, no respect for Jesus at all.
Amy will hang off of Arena's mech because at this point
hey!
her fucking suit's
Oh
probably
hey,
trash.
So hey, Azrael, you had a thing about not killing people. Why don't you go ahead and fill up that Doom track for me?
Fill it?
Yep.
I thought I was thinking about showing mercy.
She didn't show mercy. She fucking executed her.
No. That's showing
she-
mercy is what increases her doom track, not the other way around.
I don't think that's how Satan works.
But that's how masks works.
Yeah, that was her thing that she picked. She fills Doom track when she doesn't show mercy. That's why her
All right.
powers
No, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Azrael, you just murdered another person. Go ahead and fill that Doom track for me.
All right,
There we go. There we go. I was confused about how her thing was working because, yeah, she never shows mercy. So they would never fill the Doom track. That seems very counterproductive. But yeah, you just killed a person. Kicked her into a volcano. You sacrificed her to a volcano god.
Oh, I didn't know that, I didn't know that Pele lived here.
I mean, if not Pele, at least Vulcan, because you're in the Mediterranean.
That's fair.
Hephaestus.
It's probably Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he lived here. But I'm probably just like slowly trudging down the side of the volcano. There's probably like some like little bits of ash and like streaks of tears on my face, and I'm just kind of like in that trance.
Mm-hmm.
Arena is gonna land in front of Azrael, full mech suit. I assume Liam is also just flying with us or something. Telekinesis.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's that fly boy.
She's like look down. Azrael's like, what happened? Where did you go?
She's dead.
I'm not sorry.
We'll have to deal with that later. We have a volcano exploding.
It won't matter.
Look.
If
It
I
will.
stay, then maybe he won't come.
No. We do this together.
And then there's a boom. And a plume of ashy smoke shoots up from the mouth of the volcano. It's erupting. The helicopter has gotten to a safely clear distance, so it is not in danger because power of Jesus.
It's time to go. And she puts like a big mech hand out.
Yeah, come on. We can't do this without you.
If I live, that means the Dawnbringer comes.
And we'll
Yeah.
deal with that when he comes.
But then we're gonna beat the crap out of him. Because that's how we do in this team.
I kind of look back and see like the advancing plume cloud, and then I just reach up.
Yeah, she picks Azrael up and puts her on the other shoulder, and just like, all right, we're going, and she just jets jets off the island.
Yep. And the several hundreds of other workers and contractors all die. No, I'm sure.
Get out of here.
I'm
Death
sure.
Star.
I'm sure they had a perfectly viable escape plan. Yeah, you see like little boats and stuff getting out into the water. It looks like they'll be okay. Yeah. So as that happens, we end the scene with you guys flying off, making the surprisingly not so long journey back. Do you guys go straight back to Halcyon City, or are you like, we need a fucking vacation? Let's go stop in France or something.
I think it's time for a vacation. And guess who speaks French?
Yeah, where do we go for this vacation?
I don't know, Amy. Where do we go?
Oh, it has to
You
be
would-
Paris.
Oh, okay. Well, landing in Paris then.
Okay, so yeah, you like the scene transitions as Parisa's like, hold on, I have an idea, and then you like veer off and start heading north instead, and the screen goes black, and then it cuts back in, and it has like that a few days later transition, and you guys are walking down the Parisian streets. There's like some romantic accordion music playing, and that typical, hey, we're now in a French town, trope thing. And there's a guy in a black and white striped shirt smoking a cigarette, leaning against a bridge, while another person tries to paint, and two kids are sword fighting with baguettes, and other French things. But you guys are walking through one of the Parisian streets, probably going to look at a site. What site are we heading to look at, guys?
Where's the big art museum? Is that in Paris?
The Louvre
Yeah.
is in Paris, yes.
I'd say that, because going to the tower is just so cliched.
It is. But if you got like a really cool necklace and presented it to Arena at the top of the tower, hey, Steph and TJ's here.
Hey!
As they pass the Louvre, someone runs out with a stolen Mona Lisa. Yeah, that's great, because I was planning to kind of introduce that too. But yeah, you guys are walking towards the Louvre to go take a nice tour. You're in your fancy street clothes. Everyone looks good. Unfortunately for Azrael, La Espada isn't there. You probably had time to inquire, and just like the rest of the villains, she's doing hard time in prison for trying to kill Mayor for Life Gutierrez, giant
But
head
not
as
dead.
he is. No,
It is a bit satisfying to know that she's not dead, because I thought she was dead.
That's fair. Yeah, she was really, really hurt, but not dead.
You appear to have killed her in your anger.
In your anger, Azrael, you killed her. Yeah, so you guys are walking.
If anyone killed her,
You cut out.
it was Liam.
I mean, she definitely put the blame on Liam. But as you guys are walking towards the Louvre, there's the sounds of French alarms where they're like, wee wah, wee wah, wee wah, of something bad happening, and there's like screams of sacre bleu, and all other things in French of panic and dismay as out of the main entrance come a trio of mimes and a fourth mime holding a cartoony bomb in one hand and the Mona Lisa in the other.
I would like to assess the situation.
Absolutely. That is a hit That means you get to ask a question.
What here is the big...
So you all four of you kind of have Arena's cool like technology things that help you guys out and keep in communication. And I think as Asriel is looking at it, she's like, "Whoa, French supervillain!" And your guys' like data pulls up, particularly in Arena's, and Arena probably conveys this over. But the
Bon voyage.
God damn it! Why would you ruin my reveal?
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was.
It totally was Bon Voyage. Why would you ruin this?
Well, too late.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. No. It's just Bon Voyage in the mime game. It's fine. The mime game. Mime
I'm
games.
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's Bon Voyage in the mime games.
All right.
I'm-
Can I try tripping one of the mime?
Well, then we're gonna go into. We can either end fairly early, and just say this is like a cinematic where like you guys are like time to suit up, and then you guys leap at it, or we can just do like a silly wind down combat because we just got done doing a big actiony thing.
I think
I think the cinematic ending.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And so yeah, you guys are like, yeah, let's do this, and you do like the Incredibles thing where like you all like put on your masks and reveal that you had your costumes under your clothes the whole time because you're always ready, and then like the theme music starts playing, and you guys leap at the mimes and Bon Voyage, and it starts rolling the credits, and it's like Party Gaming presents We Can Be Heroes, and it starts rolling out the cast list and everybody. And as it's doing so, like it's showing like epilogue pictures, and there's like a picture of Amy and Arena going on a nice date without Amy's mom's getting in the way, and then like Asriel or Zoe, because I'm going to use your real names for this one, and Zoe going to the like maximum security prison to visit La Espada, who's in like the medical ward of it, and she's got like a broken arm and a leg, but she also has like 2 armed guards standing next to her, and like you're visiting her, and it looks like it's nice and sweet. And Liam, he's just kind of there because he's always just there. No, give us something cool for Liam to do, because I always feel bad.
It's a picture of Liam sitting at a French cafe as a attractive Frenchman walks up to him.
Oh, there you go. At least it's not a sleazy Frenchman, because that happens in Europe. I want to take you to see my boat.
And then there's another one where it's Liam and Steel Gunner on another roof, and they're just drinking fucking coffee.
Yeah, I think that's a good one too. But like, yeah, you have like this moment where like a French guy walks by, and he kind of like says something to you in French, and Liam's like, I don't speak French, and he's like, oh, that's okay, I do speak English. and
No, he's like,
you guys
I've got a better one. He's like, that's okay, I speak love.
Oh, that's so bad.
Wow.
That's so good. Yeah, and so it's like, there's that moment of the two of them locking eyes, and you're like, ooh, what's going on here? And then like, yeah, and then there's another scene of Liam and Shinobu Gunner enjoying some coffee and talking on a rooftop, having their secret meetings. And then there's like another scene of all of you guys at the capoeira gym, where the sexy Brazilian shirtless man is teaching you all how to do some sweet breakdance fighting moves, and everyone looks like they're incredibly tired and not in shape enough to do this, except for Parisa, who's like, come on guys, we can do it. And then there's like another one of Amy basically kicking in the door of her mom's room as they're like putting on their costumes to leave, and like pointing a finger like, I knew it.
Yep.
Granddad told me.
Yeah,
I've got a couple.
Mm-hmm.
There might be one where it's like where it's just like Amy and Zoe, and they're like talking and hugging and smiling, and then immediately after, it's like it would be Zoe and Parisa, and it's like you fucking take care of her.
Yeah. And then there's like, there's another one of like you guys are all hanging out and then all of a sudden the door bursts open and Jesus is there in his bathrobe and sandals and he's just like, I have saved us again, my children, be praised. And then there's like flashes over to another scene of Jesus and Liam sitting on the couch playing Xbox together. And like Vishnu is over in the corner eating Cheetos because it's fine. All the gods are real. No religion is invalidated here.
And then another of Liam teaching Zoe how to actually manage.
Yeah, and then there's probably one of there's one where it's Commodore Calamari is sitting at the prison like visitor table, and she's got like the phone up to her ear and a hand on the glass, and there's no one on the other side.
I think eventually might go. Maybe.
Who?
Eventually Liam might go.
Would he though?
Maybe.
Eventually.
Okay. So yeah, there's like one scene of her like really sad and she's got her hand up against the glass because she's like shows up there every so often waiting. And then like when she looks
there's
sad,
a resigned Liam kind of walking in.
Yeah, there's like a scene where she looks really sad and she's about to hang up the phone and then Liam sits down and she looks up and she gives like the faintest of smiles and you're not sure if it's like a good smile or a scary smile, but it's a smile. And then anybody else have some? Yeah, go throw them out.
I got one that's a good for the closing one. The closing one is Arena or Amy and
don't forget
Parisa.
to include the cat.
Oh yeah, I won't. It's Amy and Parisa, and they're like just coming home, and then like the cat is just like floating there, and it's like floating its dish at the two, and the two of them are looking like very like. I don't know about this. Like, and they're looking very scared. The cat's like, feed me.
Yeah.
I think the final one should be the entire group playing Murder on House at the Hill, Baldur's Gate edition.
Yeah, and,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a nice final shot of just all of you just enjoying, being together, being a superhero team, playing these games together, and like the last of the credits roll. And I don't have a specific song for this, but I think like it needs to be something in the vein of like the ending credits for Monster Prom, where it's just very upbeat and what's the word for that type of music? It's not folksy, but that
Jubilant?
No, the type of music genre where it's that
could be Superhero by Simon Curtis. That's a really good song.
No, I'm just trying to think of the type of music that I know the word. It was one Molly was really into. Where it's just that upbeat kind of acoustic-y guitar. It would be like really popular in like Seattle and those like hipster kind of places. Like indie. There you go. It's like an indie rock kind of like. Just like the kind of song that plays at the end of Monster Prom, where it's just very upbeat and not folksy, but that kind of indie, and it's just very happy, and it gives that good happy vibes. And then like when the band who's like the lead singer was never told not to mouth fuck the mic when he's singing because it just gives that kind of like old 90s I'm really up close to the mic kind of singing, and then it like ends with him saying something line, and then like that wham of the guitar ends, and then everything goes black as it, another "This has been a PartyWipeGames Productions" ends, and then it goes black, and then it changes to a more eerie sounding music, and it goes back to the Isle of Doom, and the magma has dried and the volcano has gone dormant again. And it's an overhead shot of where like the lava pool was, and then just a single crimson gauntlet bursts out of the solidified obsidian. and then it cuts out.
Oh, I was gonna do one for the literal devil, but that's also good.
No, literal devil will show up on our made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a made-for-TV special where we go find. We're gonna go find Zuko's mom.
Oof.
Oh wait, no, let's not do that. Actually,
Oof. Wow, shots
Who
fired at
wants-
that shitty twist.
who wanted to go? Who didn't want to go find her? I wanted to go find her. Stupid cartoons.
I'm confused.
And from
Same.
never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the ending for Avatar kind of never touches on what happens to his mom, so they do
Oh,
a
I was
thing
about to say
with the
this.
comic. Yeah, and the comic twist
They
is
were-
not good.
Yeah, they were going to be like, yeah, this is going to be like a TV made for TV movie that we're going to do to address that, and they never did anything with that.
Okay.
So they added it to the comic, which would have been fine, but I don't think the comic was written by the people who wrote the show.
Right.
So they did their own thing with it. It's like, well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey.
they also had Zuko break up with May, which made no sense.
Actually, May broke up with him.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, it made sense because it was that thing where it was like, you're not talking to me, that thing that's important in a relationship, and you keep doing these things behind my back when I've asked you not to. So this is a real problem and like a thing that the foundation of our relationship needs to, have structure for it. Like, she has very legitimate complaints about what he's doing, and he's really dumb about it. And he doesn't catch on until it's too late, and then it's too late. So it made sense, but it was very sudden. And they do a thing where it's like, hey, Zuko, here's a chance where like the two of you can try and make up, and they do briefly make up, and then like you find out that they kind of just were together because they grew to like being together and not really liked being with each other. It was that like, we like the idea of being together, not the idea of being together. If that makes sense. And then she was just like, yeah, this other boy is really nice and actually pays attention to me and, does things with me and spends time with me and listens to me. So I'm going to go hang out with him. And then he's like, well, I guess I'll just be king. And then you never find out who his new wife is. Because, Legend of Korra establishes he has kids. You know what should have been a comic? Telling us who fucking Toph's husband was, so Lin Beifong could have a dad. And
Well,
why
they
it should be,
they
and why it
had
should be
two different
Sokka.
dads.
Yeah, they implied that it was different dads.
Yes, but it doesn't tell us who it is and why
I
one
think
of them
that's
should
the
be Sokka.
point.
No, Sokka.
I mean,
One of them
they
is
also
Sokka.
they also race Suki, so like,
They did. Yeah.
Yep.
I
We
mean,
never really did find out what happened to Sokka. He just died, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm old. I'm dead now."
yeah, Sokka
All right.
just got old. They don't tell you
All
what
right,
happened to
Sokka.
him. He was just gone.
Anyway,
Yeah, this is the end. This is our post-game ramble about Avatar. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Special thank you to Saint Guard for playing this game. I don't think this would have been a very successful or fun game without you. Your knowledge of how this game worked really helped for me, especially. And, it was a really great game. You all did fantastic, and I definitely cobbled together the best story I could for you guys.
It was a great story. I had a lot of
was
fun.
I did too.
I had a blast.
If we
I
want-
would like to. I really do think we should do a TV special.
Oh,
where
yeah.
the team comes together for one last ride. But I think I'm good. I think
no,
this was a good ending.
if
to
we
these
if we if we
characters.
have if we have another one shot night, it will be dealing with Azrael's Doom track. So that'll be a thing if we do a one shot in the future. So stay tuned for
Yeah.
that. Otherwise, we're going to start getting work on Forest for the Trees Volume 2, which probably won't be ready next week, but I'll probably start doing prologues leading up to it.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna have individual prologues for everyone, so that
fancy.
so that people can be connected and invested in the world instead of having people jump in and be like, I have no idea what's going on. Why are we here? And I'm going to go ahead and put it on digital record. Gnolls are not a playable race. So...
Or
yeah.
Kiva.
You just can't give me a good reason why the Rallians would have Gnolls as a part of their federation. So, no, not happening. Anyways, guys, have a great night. Thank you for watching. This has been Mass, and
Thank you for showing up to the finale.
Is it Monday yet? No, that doesn't work. Okay. Woo. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
bye.
Monday. We wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah. It's just the thing Mercer does when they end Critical Role. He's like, is it Thursday yet? Yeah.
And
Okay.
then he winks.
And then he winks, and like all of chat melts.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.